Certainly, if that's the board's wish, they can definitely postpone the approval of those until their next meeting.
Okay, if I could get a motion to postpone those those meetings until everyone has an opportunity to review.
Certainly, if that's the board's wish, they can definitely.
I couldn't understand who was speaking and what was said.
Okay, I apologize, Mr. Pike and Ms. Gales. It appears that Google took the initiative to reorganize my my email. So it's, for those of you who are looking for, if you have the same problem I have, it's not listed in your immediate inbox. It's listed under all mail. So that's how I'm able to find it. Okay, thanks. If it's okay, we can take a few moments just to review them, and instead of pushing them off, if that's okay, Madam Chair.
That's fine with me. Mr. Pike?
It's Madam Chair, it's your meeting.
It's absolutely fine with me for everyone to review those meeting notes.
On review, I make a motion to accept the minutes.
I second the motion.
Okay, it has been moved and second to approve the meeting notes for November and December 2021. All in favor, if you could show by raising your hands.
Okay, looks to be everyone, Madam Chair.
Okay, it has been approved to approve the meeting notes for November and December 2021. Thank you all for that. Next, Mr. Pike, we're going to turn over to you for economic development updates.
Yes, we have updates from our Main Street programs. They last night hosted their board orientations, and so we will allow for the two Main Street managers to give some other updates on things that they are working on, and then the board obviously is welcome to ask any questions that they may have of them. We'll start first on the agenda with our Red Oak District and Ms. Caitlin King.
Hi, everybody. Happy to be here. Happy New Year. It's nice to see everybody happy and healthy and kind of trudging through. So yeah, our big update, I think, really is that board orientation. We spent the week prepping for it. It was about 3 hours last night. And it is just so exciting to see the board members so excited. We invited the Georgia Downtown Association, Elizabeth Elliott with DZA, Georgia Department of Community Affairs, who represents the Georgia Main Street program. She came in and helped. And then Renee Coakley, who obviously is the Main Street manager over at College Park, came in. So we had the best of the best to help get our new Main Street board members onboarded and learning about the program. And, you know, we're just so excited to start rolling out all the programs, getting the committees going, and really jumping off 2022 in a great direction. We're using January to sort of just get caught up. Mr. Pike has spent a good amount on getting us advertising. So we're working on finalizing all of our ads to get that out this month so that we're starting off the year strong. People are knowing about our events and upcoming programming. So we're excited to launch all of those. Most excited, we're in March, we're going to have our first Red Oak Farmers Market, which is going to be Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month from March to November from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So working with graphic designer right now to get the poster and logo going with that. We already have 6 vendors secured, and we're just excited to bring some fresh produce and lunch offerings to the area. It's a great way to do some impactful development. And it's going to be partnering with Reinhardt Farms, which are based in the city of South Fulton. We met them through the Red Oak Art Festival and have loved working with them, and are excited to get this market up and running. I'm going to be starting a class next week with the Georgia Trust for Historic Preservation to learn more about historic preservation from an economic development standpoint, and really working to help start tagging and identifying these historic assets we have in Red Oak, and making sure that we are being thoughtful in our preservation, especially now that we have our Main Street board. We're going to be applying for our affiliate program in April. So historic preservation is a big part of Main Street, and we really want to make sure that we're doing that. And the best things we can do are educate ourselves. I also, beginning of this week, had a meeting with the Historic Landmark and Culture Commission, and was able to kind of inform them about all the stuff that we've had going on, and talk to their commission about the historic preservation's efforts in Red Oak, and talk to them about what they're actually doing citywide. And so all of it's sort of connecting. We're really getting that synergy with the rest of City of South Fulton government, and we're just really excited to keep moving along. And then we have some really cool stuff that I'm just excited coming down the pipe that we're not, ready to talk about yet, but I definitely see that on the horizon for 2022, we're going to have some really great stuff happening over here. So, keep liking, following, and I'll keep updating you guys every month, but we're in good shape.
Madam Chair, you're muted.
Just as muted as I can be. Good morning, Caitlin.
Morning.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. I saw a lot of activity over the holidays with different events and getting the community involved. I do have a question as to, what was the result of that event and that initiative during the holidays? How did that turn out?
Oh yeah, so we had, gosh, I guess I haven't seen you guys since December. So that feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah, we had our storefront decorating contest. We had over 500 people vote in the contest, which was really cool. We had 6 or 7 businesses participate in the Red Oak Shopping Village, which is where the Wayfield is. And we're really excited because I definitely think next year it's going to spread. And out of those 500 votes, our neighbor next door, Sasha Sweets, won. So she won $1,000 for having the best decorated storefront. And a really cool thing about Sasha is she was actually doing a toy drive. And so she took her winnings and she just put that into her toy drive. And so she used that money to buy more toys for her December 24th holiday event, which I personally just love. And in also doing that, we had partnered with Asylum International. Dr. Sylvia Carter is one of our board members. And so we did a Red Oak Scavenger Hunt where we had 10 locations, like 3 of them were historic points in the district and the rest were businesses. And so we had 17 teams. Each team had about 4 to 5 members on it participate. And they spent a Saturday, 2 hours just traveling to these 10 points across the city. And I ended up getting 3 inquiries from that about starting businesses in Red Oak, which was super cool. And the whole reason that we do those kind of events. And then we had I even got Instagram messages from businesses being like, this was awesome. Thank you so much. I had better sales than I normally do on a Saturday. Dr. Carter and her team put in on the scavenger hunt rolls like you get extra points if you buy something from a business when you go in. So people were like buying cupcakes, that kind of stuff. So that worked out really well for us. And yeah, it was super fun. And Mr. Pike came out and worked one of the locations for us because we were a little short on volunteers. So for anyone out there listening, if you're interested in volunteering for any of our events, please head to redoakdistrict.com. You can sign up on our website to let me know that you're interested in working for our events. Because, you know, all hands that took, there were 17 teams participating. We had 10 sites. Each site had a volunteer. So Cylon was awesome in getting us some volunteer support. And then we had a couple of board members volunteer. And then obviously Mr. Pike kindly gave up his Saturday. And then I was at the Collab South location. So we will always need more help. But yeah, overall it was great. I loved the holiday season over here. I'm excited to see what next year is going to look like, just because the expectation, like the bar has, you know, been set. Now we're just going to keep moving it up. And we're actually working on plans to get like a big Christmas tree in the plaza. So that might be something forthcoming in the winter time. So
That's awesome. It sounds like a lot of involvement over there, and to have 500 residents to vote and, you know, just people in the community, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it was great to see the businesses work their network. I mean, that was it at the end of the day. And it actually grew our Instagram account by 50 followers.
Oh, nice.
So that was the other reward too, was like of the 500 people, 10% of them ended up being like, oh, I'm going to follow the Red Oak District to find out what's happening next.
Awesome. Any questions from the board or comments?
Just another note of thanks, Caitlin, for all the positive energy and exciting work that you're doing. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Is Teresa on? Yeah, is Teresa on the call?
Yes, ma'am. She's on.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let me get my video going. Happy New Year to the board members. Pretty much ditto to much of what Caitlin has shared for Old National District as well. We had a great advisory board meeting last night. Wonderful energy with the members that are serving, and I feel like their expertise would definitely benefit our action plans and goals for revitalizing the corridor. We're finalizing as well our 2022 calendar of events. So some really cool, unique activities and events that are going to come up for this year. We're more focused on January, our network. So we're building our social media program. Let me see if I can share my screen. Can I share my screen, Mr. Pike?
Hold on one second. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So our February promotion is Love Local and Learn Local contest. It's in efforts to building our business-friendly social media campaign, online campaign. So Old National District is encouraging the community to love and learn local during the month of February. So we are collecting how-to tutorials from Old National District businesses, and the videos that they enter, the short videos that they will enter will actually allow them to enter a drawing for free advertisement space in the South Fulton Lifestyle magazine. So this is an effort to actually just build a rapport on the corridor for the businesses to showcase their expertise and what they tips in their industry. So the how-to videos could be tips for yoga routines, recipes for your favorite smoothie, information about car parts, or just whatever they would like to share based on their industry. The contest will run from February 1st until the 24th. And then we will announce the winner who will get the free advertisement space on February 28th. So again, this is to just encourage businesses to, just become more visible on our online presence, with sharing information about their business, or if they just want to share information of why we should love local in the month of February with Old National District. We're really excited. We are actually, I've actually tasked the board, the advisory board, to kick off our campaign with their introduction videos. So each board member will join the campaign and share tips on whatever their expertise along with their business. And so with that, we are going to continue to work on, like I said, our social media presence and our online presence, working on the OND website, collecting content for that, and also reaching out to different website and graphic designers so we can have a great website, hopefully launch by early summer, or sooner than that, hopefully early spring. So we are definitely still on the go with everything. Our storefront decorating contest winner was Fit Jam. They were very excited to win the $1,000. Their team went all out for the contest, and they also had the Christmas on the Corner event that we spoke about, where we had almost 20 vendors. Despite the weather, it was a downpour that day, but the vendors came out, they supported the event. We had vendors from not only South Fulton, but Fayetteville, Riverdale, as well as College Park. So it was just an excellent turnout to just see the community support the Tri-Cities area on that date. So, and that's all I have to share for today.
Well, I can tell you, you and Caitlin over Red Oak and Old National, we're in good hands. So we really applaud the work that you all are doing for the city of South Fulton. Christmas on the Corner, I was able to watch online. It was a downpour that day, and the event was well attended, and so an outstanding job for you getting out in the community of Old National. People are excited, and they're getting involved. So we really appreciate. If you all could put, you and Caitlin, if you could put your information on how you can be contacted in the chat, that would be great. I know there was a question that came. Okay, you already did. Caitlin, if you could put yours in the chat, that would be awesome as well. From our board members, do we have any questions or comments for Teresa?
Bula bula, great job, exciting.
Thank you.
Excellent.
All right, with that, excellent job. With that being said, we'll turn over this part of the next portion of the meeting to Mr. Pike.
Yes, ma'am.
The tax allocation district.
Yeah, just wanted to provide just a couple of few simple updates. We have been making some progress with Fulton County and their participation in the tax allocation district. I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate. The county has now decided, since we've submitted our request, to create a policy and procedures on how they handle tax allocation districts. So we are going to be subjected to this new policy that they're coming up with. And so I've been providing some input on that and some feedback on my concern about that. But hopefully we will have a positive outcome from this. I don't necessarily disagree with having policies and procedures. I think they're important to have. But the other tax allocation districts that the county has participated in hasn't been subjected to the same requirements. And so that does cause some concern. And of course, they have reached out to us to ask for input on that. So we hope that this is going to, I've been told that this is supposed to be moving forward and brought up in February to the Board of Commissioners for consideration. So we will see how that turns out and is handled. But we're hoping that we get some positive results from the county on this issue. We're still working through the school systems policy. They also updated a new policy. We're trying to work through that. There's some things that I think aren't applicable to tax allocation districts that we're trying to work through. I think the issue that we have, and just being very frank in both of these situations, is that you have entities that aren't necessarily versed in how tax allocation districts work. So then they create policies that kind of make you scratch your head. So we're working through that. They have, both, I do want to say, just for full disclosure, both been very willing to work with us on that. So it's not that they're not trying to participate. It's just trying to figure out how do we create, a policy that makes sense for them and for us. So that's where we are with that. Having said that, we should see some money this year, at least from the city's portion of the tax allocation district. And so once I get with finance to figure out how that reporting is going to look like, we'll be providing a report to you all as far as funds that are available. And having said that, and we've had it on the agenda a couple of times before, I just haven't been able to sit down and really get it all fleshed out. But obviously, before we start expending these funds, we'll need to have a policy ourselves on how we're going to utilize those funds. And so we'll be bringing that back to you all shortly. I want to also maybe, Madam Chair, pull that into the budget discussion. I know at the last meeting we said we'd have the budget this month, but you did ask at the last meeting, did we allow the committee to review that? And we had not. So I think what I want to do, and if that's okay with you, is maybe have that same committee view the final version of the budget and also maybe help dissect these TAD policies and then bring recommendations back to the board for approval. And just for the purpose of it was in the minutes, but just for the purpose of reminding everyone, it was Mr. Wimbush, Mr. Pearlman, and Mr. St. James that was on that committee. So what I'll do is reach out to you all in a separate email and schedule a couple of dates and times that we can get together and kind of break that down, and then have something for the February meeting for the board to consider.
That's fine with me, Mr. Pike.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
fine.
good. I had a question, but I think I may hold it until the meeting on the TAD policy from Fulton County, but maybe that's more appropriate in our meeting. So I'll withhold.
That's fine. Either way.
And Don, then you can share with us in February.
Yeah. All right.
You can share with us in February. Thank you. Thank you both. Mr. Pike, we'll leave it in your hands with the upcoming events.
Yes, ma'am. We were scheduled to do, if you remember, we were trying to do these economic development bus tours once a quarter. I think we're going to postpone the February 10th bus tour. I don't think it's wise of us to put 40, 50 people on a bus and ride them around with what's going on with COVID right now. We hope to, at the next go around, hopefully have COVID more under control. And so we'll look to do our next tour, but we're going to postpone the February 10th. We are, or should be, releasing here soon our National Entrepreneurship Week itinerary. A lot of that's probably, or most of it is going to be virtual. And so we'll be sending that out to individuals and putting it out through promotion. So look for that. One of the things that I think that we'll be looking at is obviously building our brand up around Collab South. If you've seen some of the pictures, if you follow Red Oak on Facebook and Instagram, you see that we have our sign up. And so we're excited about that. But we look to do some things related to entrepreneurship in February, the 12th to the 19th.
Sounds
And
good.
with that, Madam Chair, that concludes all of the information that I have.
Okay, did we receive any public comments
We did
before
not
the
receive
meeting?
any, but I see there's a couple of folks on the call who aren't on the board, and they are welcome to provide public comment if they like. Just a reminder for public comment, we do allow 2 minutes for public comments. These are just opportunity for you to make comments to the board. We don't, as a general rule, respond to questions or get into a dialogue during public comment. If you do have any specific questions or concerns, you can email those to us and we will address those. So at this time, if you have any public comment, you are free to unmute yourself and just give us your name and your address and district if you know it. All right, Madam Chair, it does not look like we have any takers on public comment.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. Now we comes to the portion, questions, comments, concerns from our board members only. I would like to start to, first of all, thank Dan McCray for being on our call, on the Zoom call today. Always a great support. And also to congratulate Mr. Pike on his appointment to the Economic Development Board for the state of Georgia. If you're not following him on Facebook, he gives us Wisdom Wednesdays, which I follow. So he's a pro on the Facebook. But I just want to say congratulations to him in front of the public and the board members.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What one point of clarity, Madam Chair, it's the I'm on the Georgia Downtown Association board.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. But
yeah, I don't want folks on the
anyway,
economic development side. They're like, wait a minute, we don't know about this guy.
We're just as proud of you as if it were the Georgia Department of Community Affairs.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely. We're extremely proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Fellow board members?
I just have one question for Dan. Dan, the certifications that we received for the training, I didn't receive one yet, just was curious.
Let me ask Jeanette. I'll leave important things like that to those I will be sure get it done. So I'll get back. We'll respond. Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you, Dan.
Pleasure. We have another, we've done our sidebar schedule for this year, and we have another 2 half days of training coming up in February, and you'll all get invitations to that.
Okay. Well, we look forward to it.
I do too. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. All right. Our next, no, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, for interrupting. Just so you know, for those board members that still need to complete training, we're probably getting past your statutory time frame since you have to have it done in a year. So if you do need some hours that you need to complete, we need to make sure we get you in that February training so that we can be in compliance with state law. So for those board members that have not had an opportunity, this would be a great time to get that done. And it's virtual, Dan, is that correct?
Virtual, it's free. I used to provide lunch, but I can't provide virtual meals. So do come.
You can DoorDash them to folks. So I just wanted to make sure that we pointed that out, that we
Yeah.
need for those as well.
There's a big discussion of that, and the Omicron is just too prevalent. We'll take a look at in-person, and maybe having one in-person session towards the end of the year, but right now it's all virtual.
Okay. All right. Our next meeting is scheduled for February 18th, 2022. If everyone could put that in your calendar along with those reminders. And we actually have on our agenda today an executive session. So I will entertain a motion to go into that executive session to discuss personnel.
Well, Madam Chair, if I may, before we do
Go
that,
ahead.
we probably need to postpone that.
Okay.
After I sent you all the agenda, I got some word back from the city clerk that this item is actually going to be put on the council agenda for next Tuesday. And Dan can maybe provide some insight. So what's happening here is that the city is trying to do these IGAs with both the Downtown Development Authority and the Development Authority as it relates to many things, but also on staffing. So the use of city staff for the purposes of conducting business for the DDA. I'm just going to speak for the DDA, but it's for both development authorities. And so there's been some discussion about compensation for those positions as well. So the city is actually going to take action on this issue next week. Well, it's on their agenda to take action. And so then what I think would be appropriate would be then to bring back in February to the DDA after the city council has made action on that. And then we can have discussion about how the DDA wants to move forward with that from that perspective.
All right. Sounds good to me. Any questions or comments from our board members? All right. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn our meeting for today.
So moved.
A second.
All in favor? Show of hands. Aye.
Okay, great. Well, Madam Chair, we are adjourned at 11:42. Just want to thank everybody for their participation. Please feel free to call us if you need anything. We are here for you, and we look forward to prosperous 2022.
Good to see everybody. Take care.
You as well. Everyone
Thank
have
you.
a great weekend. And it
You
is
too.
my birthday weekend. So if you don't follow me on social media, look out.
Oh,
Have a great weekend.
Happy
everyone.
birthday.
Take
Happy
care.
birthday.
happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.